Till now we have studied formation of seeds, and seeds are the product of fertilization. We have seen after fertilization the ovule turns into a seed, but there are some flowering plants such as species of Asteraceae and grasses where seeds are produced without fertilization also, and this phenomenon of production of seeds without fertilization is called apomixis. Now, apomixis, you can say it is a form of asexual reproduction. It is a form of asexual reproduction because here fertilization is not involved, and in asexual reproduction also fertilization is not involved. So we can say apomixis is a kind of asexual reproduction that mimics means that copies sexual reproduction. How is it copying sexual reproduction? Because it is producing the product of sexual reproduction, which is a seed. So what we learned today, that in some species seeds are formed without fertilization also, and that process of formation of seeds without fertilization is called apomixis. Now let us see how these apomictic seeds are developed. There are two methodologies which are naturally present in plants to form apomictic seeds, to form seeds without fertilization. In species of Asteraceae and grasses, what happens? Diploid egg cell. You know that egg cell is haploid. It is formed from the megaspore mother cell after meiosis, and it is present at the micropylar end in the egg apparatus surrounded by two synergids, and in that case we have discussed egg cell is haploid. But in case of species of Asteraceae and grasses, egg cell is formed without meiosis, means the egg cell is diploid, and this diploid egg cell will develop into diploid embryo without fertilization. So one of the method of development of apomictic seeds is diploid egg cell develops into embryo without fertilization. Then second method of development of apomictic seeds is found in citrus and mango. Now how they are producing seeds without fertilization? Nucellar cells. You remember the cells which are surrounding the embryo sac, nucellus tissue, and nucellus is diploid. Those diploid nucellar cells, they start dividing and redividing, and they protrude into the embryo sac, they enter into the embryo sac, and they develop into embryos. So this means in the embryo sac there are many embryos formed, and this phenomenon is also called polyembryony. So in case of citrus and mango fruits, polyembryony is seen, means there are many embryos in their seeds. And how these many embryos formed? Many of the nucellar cells, they divide and redivide, they enter into the embryo sac, and they develop into embryos. Now the diagrammatic representation of both the methodologies. Here you can see here in sexual reproduction, the megaspore mother cell, this is the normal type of seed development. Megaspore mother cell undergoes meiosis, and it is forming megaspore tetrads, out of which 3 will degenerate and 1 is functional, and that functional megaspore is developing into different cells of the embryo sac. One of the cell is egg cell, and when this egg cell gets fertilized with the male gametes, then it will be forming zygote, and this zygote will later on develop into the embryo. This is the normal method of development of seed with fertilization that we have discussed. Now a quite a different methodology is seen in apomixis. The megaspore mother cell does not undergo meiosis. So this megaspore is also diploid, and this diploid megaspore is forming diploid egg cell, and this diploid egg cell is later on developing into the diploid embryo. And this is all occurring inside the ovule, and after all this what will happen? Ovule will turn into a seed. So in that seed, this is the embryo which is formed from the diploid egg cell. Then another methodology was nucellar cells which were surrounding the embryo sac. They start dividing and protrude into the embryo sac and develop into embryos. You can see here, this is this whole part. This is the endosperm, and this is the normal embryo, right? And this pink tissue is all nucellus tissue, and some of the cells of the nucellus, they divide and redivide to form the nucellar embryo, and these nucellar embryos, they will be protruding inside the embryo sac, and all these nucellar embryos, they will be developing into the embryos. So in a seed there are many embryos, and this condition is called polyembryony, and it is commonly seen in citrus and mango. Now let us discuss the advantages of apomictic seeds. We will take an example here. Now you know that farmers are growing hybrid seeds in their agricultural fields. Now why they are using hybrid seeds? Because hybrid seeds have better productivity. And how are these hybrid seeds produced? These hybrid seeds are produced in the agricultural research centers by the scientists. And how they are producing? They are producing by artificial hybridization. They are allowing the desirable pollen grain to fall on the desirable stigma, and this is how they are carrying out controlled pollination and bringing about the development of hybrid seeds. And then these hybrid seeds are marketed for use by the farmers. Now let us assume that these are the agricultural fields of two different farmers. One of the farmer is using hybrid seeds in its field, and another farmer is using normal seeds of the same crop in its fields. Now the one who is using hybrid seeds, now seed will germinate, vegetative growth will occur, and later on flowering will occur. Similarly, in case the farmer who is using normal seed, there also seed is germinating, vegetative growth is occurring, and then later flower formation. Now here the flower of the hybrid variety is exposed to any type of pollen grain which is available in the environment. Even the pollen grain from the nearby field can pollinate this plant. Now what will happen? If pollen grain from this field happens to fall on the stigma of the plants of this field, pollination will occur, fertilization will occur, then after that ovule will turn into seed, and now that seed has lost its hybrid character. Now this farmer cannot use these hybrid seeds for growing crop next season. So this farmer has to buy hybrid seeds every year from the market. And you know, the production of hybrid seeds is a costly affair. Even in the research institutes, it is a costly affair. So farmers also have to pay heavily to buy these hybrid seeds from the market. So what can be the advantage of apomictic seed here? Why not the plants or the crops or the fruits, vegetables be made apomictic? Means why not this hybrid seed produce seeds without fertilization? Means apomictic seeds are produced by this plant. It is not involving pollination and then fertilization. And in that case, if this is producing apomictic seeds, then that seeds can be used by the farmer year after year for growing new crops. So this is the advantage of a apomictic seed. Apomictic seeds will not lose the hybrid character generation after generation. This is all mentioned here, whatever I have discussed now. So let us take up some questions to see how much you can recall. All the best.